All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and having a talk.
Yep.
Hopefully, just have some good conversation here. This is caffeinated conversations. So, of course, we have our caffeine.
Slightly caffeinated.
Yep. Abby, you specially requested the chai.
Under coffee. I think it'd be worse for everyone else if I did.
Okay. And James, what is it that you got there?
Cubano,
Okay.
I think is how it's pronounced.
And you've never had the Cubano before?
No, never.
What do you think?
It's good. It tastes like coffee
It,
and milk.
okay.
You read the
Very,
ingredients? The coffee, the coffee.
yeah.
It tastes really good. I don't know what's in it.
James, since it's closer to you, why don't you just go ahead and start off with just a little bit about who you are, just kind of your short testimony of your walk with the Lord.
Okay. I'm James Wall. I first went over to PNG at 3 months old, and that it was a lot of my first memories are over there. I accepted Christ very early on, which was funny because I tried to get my mom's attention,
Okay.
and then she kept ignoring me. I was just like, Mama, I want to try to accept Christ. And she was finally like,
Oh, that's what you wanted.
So
For context, we were at a church service, a PNG church service, so she was trying to film
Okay.
the church service to be able to show people. So she wasn't just ignoring her.
I just picture her be like, not now, James. Jesus can wait.
it's what it felt like.
Okay. So you got a service and you got your mom's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I only recently, I only have memories for America after 12 years old. So
Interesting. Okay.
it's really weird
Yeah.
with just a lot of my formative memories and years were spent over there.
Okay.
So things like looking off into the distance and not seeing mountains got
Sure.
to me when we first started living here for a long time. Also, the soundscape of America is completely different. I hadn't realized that it would be different.
How do you mean?
I have tinnitus from it actually because my brain is expecting to hear certain sounds, so it doesn't. Then it gets all weird.
Yes.
It's a little bit psychological, so I don't know how to really explain it. But my ears ring because I'm not hearing the same sounds.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that could happen like that.
I know. I didn't either.
That's wild.
Until all of a sudden I couldn't wear headphones because my ears would ring,
Yeah.
and I was super scared.
That's crazy. Huh. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add?
I was baptized at 15
Okay.
in a river, which was amazing.
Oh,
they
yeah.
they dam up the river.
Okay. Like in PNG, you got baptized.
in PNG.
Okay.
Yes. They dam up the river. It's a beautiful thing. They have flowers and stuff. But mainly it was just great to have all the people that I grew up with around me when it
Yeah.
happened.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Didn't you have one of the people there actually in the river helping baptize you or?
Yes. His name is Pastor Ohio.
Pastor Ohio.
It's funny. He was actually named after the state.
Was he really?
Yes,
That's
because
awesome.
his dad lived here for the time his mom was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So he was named after Ohio.
Interesting.
And whenever we see him, we'll oftentimes go OH, and then he will be annoyed and not answer us
And he'll be-
anymore.
So too far, James.
Too many times.
But I've known him my whole life, so
Okay.
it was great to have him there.
That's awesome. Okay. And then, so you got baptized there, and then how long after that did you guys move back to the States?
Oh, it was not long. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. They actually had a special baptism service because we wanted to get baptized in PNG
That's cool.
before we came back.
Okay.
So it was not long. It was a month or something
Okay. Yeah.
until we fully came back here.
And we've been in the States for a year, so it's been about a year and a month
Okay.
Yeah.
since we were baptized.
Yeah.
And would you like to
That's
go now,
crazy.
Abs?
Sure.
I'm Abigail Waugh, or Abby. I accepted Christ at, I know it was in 2015. So I was 7 or 8. I think it was 7.
Okay.
This is another example of I tried to tell my mom, hey, I want to accept Christ. She didn't believe me. But it is entirely my fault because I was a child with a habit of, I don't want to go to bed. I would wait. When I had loose teeth, I would wait to pull my teeth until I was told I had to go to bed. And then all of a sudden, I had to pull that tooth right now. And it caused me so much pain just from yanking on the teeth at bedtime, trying to get them out so I'd have a reason to stay up. But so I told her one night, hey, I want to accept Christ. And at first, she wasn't really listening to me. She was just like, oh, she's going to try to get out. And then I was like, hey, no, I want to. And she was like, oh, okay, let's do this.
You really
Okay,
want
then.
to, yeah.
You want to, let's go. So then that was how, because I was reading my Bible. I read the Bible a lot when I was younger. I sometimes forget to read it now, which I need to work on.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at one point I read the whole book of Daniel in one night.
Okay. Yeah.
And it definitely helped because I love to read, so then I would read my Bible a lot more.
Sure. Just give you a good foundation there.
Gave me a good foundation.
Yeah.
But one time I was reading my Bible and it said, and Jesus wants us to accept him. And I was like, oh, that's something I got to do. I should probably do that. Because in the foundations that we had, there was I was like, oh yeah, God exists.
Okay.
Oh, we actually have to we have to actually sit down and do this.
Yes.
Oh, I should probably get that done.
Yeah, kind of important.
Sooner or later. So then
Okay.
I was saved and we wrote it in the front of all of us. We wrote it in the front of our Bible when we were saved. The date we were saved.
Okay.
In the front of our first Bibles.
Yeah.
So I still have mine. You have yours, but it's in the shipment.
I actually don't. I
Oh.
dropped mine on a laundry basket and it split wide open.
No
Oh.
way.
I don't have it. I wrote it down in my other Bible.
Mm.
And that's
Okay.
what's coming
Okay.
to shipment.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is also very old. So I recently bought a new Bible because I was like,
Okay.
I'm not using this one anymore.
Yeah.
I need to preserve this one. This one's very special.
Yes.
It's also
Yeah.
NIRV, so
Oh,
I
okay.
upgraded to ESV.
Yeah. Hey.
So.
There you go.
Upgrade.
Upgraded? What?
The superior translation.
No, because it's just less. It's less. Everything's laid out, so it's just sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it doesn't use as simplistic terms.
So all the other translations are horrible. Don't.
That's not. Do not say that. That's not what I said.
Abby is ESV only.
No. I'm any translation almost. I don't
Almost.
know. There could be some out
Almost.
there. There could be some out there. I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm for all translations.
Yeah.
The translation I'm for most is the original versions. Greek, Hebrew, whatever they were written in.
Yes.
But then I was baptized at the same time as James.
Yes.
Okay.
And our younger brother Josiah was actually baptized with us during that time as well. And a P&G kid was baptized with us.
Oh wow.
So there were 4 of us getting baptized. We actually have videos of us being baptized, and they threw flowers in the water. That water was so cold.
Yeah, it was super.
Oh my gosh.
We had to walk across the river to then double back because it was a river where there were some like sandbars, but of like
Okay.
rocks.
Oh yeah.
So we had to like cross over the river to then cross back and get to a section. And I told one of the ladies who was walking with us, I am really going to feel God when I go down into this water because it is so cold.
Yes.
It was ice cold almost.
Oh my goodness.
By the time I was just sitting, and then it was funny because I was sitting there and they were trying to figure out which way they wanted me to face. I was the first one to go.
Okay.
May I
And
speak
then,
for
yeah, go ahead.
a little bit? For context, we actually decided to get baptized at like 3 different points over 2 years, but the denomination didn't have a baptism service. Like they had done one, and then one of us decided, and then we had to go to Australia for 6 months for my dad.
Yes.
And then they canceled 2 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
So then they did one while we were traveling to a different country at one point. I think it was Thailand.
I think it was Australia.
Maybe. But then they were like, oh, they actually have wanted to get baptized for years, but we haven't been able to.
Okay.
So we will have a baptism service before you leave so you can get baptized.
That's awesome.
over here and don't have to do it in America,
Yeah.
where you do it indoors.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with indoors.
No, for sure.
Not-
It'd be so cool to get baptized in an actual river, though.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. The funny part was, so the part where we were standing was like perfect for me.
Okay.
And so Josiah had to kind of be on his tiptoes a little bit because he was shorter then.
'Kay.
Now he's almost my height.
Yeah.
But then he had to crouch
Yeah.
for them to be able to dip him
James,
correctly.
Stoop down.
And over there, they're a little shorter,
Sure.
especially like the part of the country we lived in.
Okay.
So they built it for their height.
Yeah, take that.
And when I stand head and shoulders above everybody there, it gets a little, like some of the construction is a little, like I have to duck my head places.
Yes.
Or crouch over when they dam up a river.
Yeah.
To do baptisms.
Okay. So, James, we
Because-
baptize you in the name.
Yes. It was.
I can't reach it.
It was like they were standing where they could have their heads out of the water and like their shoulders.
Yes.
But because I'm a lot taller, if they were to stand behind me, they would be in the water, like baptizing themselves at the same time.
Baptizing themselves.
Yeah, one of the reasons it took so long was because our church didn't actually own a place where there wasn't a good place for us to do baptisms.
'Kay.
Occasionally we did it in this river in this village right next to the college, but then that became an unavailable.
Gotcha.
So we ended up
Yes.
being baptized in a river that was near another church. So that church also came to watch our baptism.
That's cool.
And so it was like a big whole thing.
Yes.
With the four of us getting baptized, which was amazing. I got given a bilum.
A Belum, what is that?
A bag like this
Oh,
one.
those things,
It's not this
okay.
one. My mom made this one, but it's just one of their traditional bags
Yes.
they make, which is it's like crochet, but it's a lot harder.
Can I have that mic? Thank you. They take yarn and then it's like this cheap, very loose yarn.
'Kay.
They take all the threads apart of it and they roll it up in their hands. So
Really?
then when they like do what's very similar to crochet,
Yeah.
it has a different hook, but it's a lot similar.
Okay.
They get it very, very tight and it lasts a very long time.
Interesting. Okay. That's pretty cool.
They also do baptism gifts over there because you get a
Okay.
gift for pretty much every like holiday
Gotcha.
or every event
Yes.
or every milestone.
It's part of the culture.
Yes.
You do there. Okay. That's neat. So you guys got baptized there, and then what, 3 weeks later, you were
We're back in the States.
in America.
Easter morning.
Yeah, I remember
Looking
seeing
at
you
the
guys.
look on Van's face.
Yes.
Amazing
I
there.
did a double take. I was like, wait, what? Abby, James, Josiah.
For context, we didn't tell anyone we were coming back, and
Yes.
so our sunrise service Easter morning was
Even
our
though I
first.
specifically asked you when you were coming
He
back.
did. I lied to him. He said, "Oh, are you coming back soon?" I said, "No,
No.
no, we're not."
Abby.
Lying is unchristian, like
Yeah.
Abby.
I was
Stinking
preserving
liar.
the truth. Not
You should have
wait,
just
no,
said, "I can't tell you."
I can't. No. That means yes.
Yeah, I probably would have been like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, no, because I didn't actually lie. I said, well, it's not because I didn't ask because we're coming back. I asked because my father wanted to know this detail
Okay.
about the mission trip. So I didn't
I
actually
mean, that's
lie.
fair.
It's fine. We're all good.
Yeah. So, how would you guys say growing up in Papua New Guinea did I say that on Papua New Guinea?
Yes.
Papua New Guinea has shaped your faith.
Well, we didn't have a lot of outside influences there. It was mainly our parents, the other missionaries on the field, and the people from Papua New Guinea that were on the Bible college. So, I don't want to say sheltered, but it was very much a lot of Christian influences.
Sure.
And
Well, you didn't have technology everywhere.
no, yeah, it was. When we first went, there was electricity 2 hours a night or something.
Wow.
And then it got better, but it would just randomly turn off sometimes.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the internet to be on. We weren't going to a school because we were homeschooled.
Yep.
And so it was very, very much Christian influences
Yeah.
everywhere. And so the culture there is God real? It is which God is real.
Oh, because they're like animistic, right?
Yes, they
Okay.
worship spirits. They have medicine men
Yep.
where they can like they control a village and they communicate with the spirits.
Okay.
A lot of fear in that system. But
Because they have to like appease the gods.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Okay.
within that
The
system,
spirits.
though, it's if we were to go and evangelize to a village, they would go, "Oh, Jesus, okay, this is this God or the spirit," and they would just write him down on a list, basically.
Just add him to one.
Yes.
He's one
so
of the other
if,
gods.
If my God isn't answering this time, I'll pray to Jesus, and maybe he'll answer.
Interesting. Okay.
And then that's not really how
Yeah.
Jesus
no,
works.
for sure. Huh.
Similar to how in the Bible Paul went, I don't think it was Athens, I think it was somewhere else, but they had so many different gods and so many different shrines that they
Yes.
had one to an unknown God. Because it's just to the point of, we believe gods are out there, but we're not entirely sure who's doing what, so we just have to make a
Yes.
checklist and just try to make sure all our bases are covered.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So they're just like, all right, I've got these spirits over here, and then you're telling me about Jesus, and okay, sure, yeah, I'll worship him too.
So the whole concept of is God real or do supernatural things happen was not a big thing growing up. It's not a problem that we ran into a lot.
Yeah.
It was trying to see which God was the best, which God is real,
Okay.
and who actually holds the power. Because some of the spirits are real,
Sure.
but God is over them.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a very unique dynamic.
Not necessarily us. We don't really know of the specific spirits that they had.
Well,
We
yeah.
were just kind of like, oh, yes, God. Everyone around here kind of admits that he exists, so yeah, let's...
Sure.
And then we were able to learn how to think critically about that before we reached places where they didn't even believe spiritual things existed.
Yeah.
But then the people around us definitely were influenced by even if they didn't believe in animism, was like lingering habits from animistic beliefs.
Okay. Yes.
There was a woman that we had, like, she's actually married Ohio, that we've known growing up. Her aunt, who has been a Christian for a long time, she could not get pregnant for a long time, and she was struggling with that a lot. But then her aunt was like, "Hey, it's because you haven't like sacrificed something to the spirit," or I
Wow.
forget what it exactly was, but you haven't appeased the spirit.
Huh.
And she was like, she struggled with that for a while.
Yeah,
Where
sure.
even that, though she's been Christian for all my life, she still has so much cultural background in it.
Yeah. It's just she's grown up in that and trying to separate out like what are my cultural beliefs and what is the truth that I'm trying to follow.
Yes.
That would be difficult.
Even to some points where at one point we had a drought, which could be 2 weeks without rain
'Kay.
in PNG, but it was more months.
Yeah.
And we found a praying mantis at one point, and one of the boys on the college joked about, hey, if we kill this praying mantis, rain will come, because that was a belief, even though he didn't specifically believe in that.
Yeah.
That was still something he knew that was a belief.
Wow. Huh.
So we were able to learn about it that way.
Okay.
But our living on the Bible college, living in a gated community, which
yeah.
I don't know why I did this. That is literally a gated community.
Yes.
We were able to not have the same type of outside authority influences that kids in the States might get when they go to public school
Okay.
or when they join sports
Yeah.
or just things like that. All of our authority figures were Christians who, being missionaries, were ready to help people think critically or explain stuff about God,
Okay.
especially
Yes.
our parents, thankfully.
Yeah. So you feel like that was a help to you guys?
Oh, that was definitely a blessing, because then by the time we got older, we were able to. As an example, I took Christianity, Culture, and Worldview as a CCP,
Okay.
College Credit Plus class while we were in PNG.
Okay.
And at one point, I had just learned some of the theologies behind free will, or had just connected. So I burst into Josiah's room, because he's the only one home, and I just start ranting at him, because I want to talk about this. And he stops me halfway through and goes, I know this already, right? I'm like, just shut up and let me talk.
Okay,
Man,
yes.
okay? Just
Be quiet.
let me talk. I know, you're really smart. We you know good for you. Let me talk. But then we're able to learn or understand things
Yeah. Yeah.
from that, and also from the mission perspective that other kids may not necessarily get.
Sure. Okay.
I do think there's a little bit of we need some more outside influences
Okay.
during like while you're growing up. I don't think it was 100% a help, but it allowed us to really form what we believe
Yeah.
before a bunch of voices are trying to tell you what to believe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just kind of gave you that that solid foundation that like we talked about, and just you know what you believe, and then when you encounter like when you guys come to the States and like there's technology everywhere and cell phones and all that.
Especially when we came to America and we went to school here.
Yeah.
But we went to a Christian school, but there was still just we weren't
there's-
used to not interacting with people who weren't Christians. But because we had already had that foundation and we already had
Yes.
the knowledge from our parents and also stuff like that, we were able to just look at it critically and be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and not struggle with the change between Christians and non-Christians as much. Sure,
yeah.
there was some, oh, that's not a good thing. That's not Christian. Why do you keep swearing?
What?
But,
Yes. What's going on here?
but it was still, it wasn't as jarring as it might have been for
Yes.
kids who hadn't been taught to critically think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So on the one hand, it was beneficial in that it prepared you really well. You knew what you believed. Would you say that were there any areas that you struggled when you came back, of like kind of like maybe like you said the sheltered aspect of like you're not, or even just the like you have one culture in PNG, like one kind of it's not as diverse as in America with ideas and thoughts and experiences. Like how would you say you navigated that?
Well, I don't think it's less diverse. It's because of the mountains and stuff.
Okay.
Travel has only really been recently going out to certain places, so it is a very diverse place.
Okay.
But, sure.
Even in towns where it's become more of just a mixed bag, there is still, we had us, which are more Wesleyan, we had Nazarenes, we had SDAs, we had a Catholic school.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, while the culture as a whole has a standard, everyone else also has little
Sure.
cultural pockets and bubbles,
Yeah.
like you do here in the States.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess by diverse, I didn't mean necessarily
Yes.
like ethnically or
Yes.
racially, but like more like thoughts wise. Like,
Yes.
because like you said, you didn't really have to encounter the idea of, is God real? How do I prove that he's real? Do I know that he's real? So like in that kind of area, were there things that kind of like hit you? You're like, oh, I need to think through this.
Well,
James says no.
we did encounter those questions because our
Sure.
parents did hit us with those questions. It wasn't just a
Yeah.
you have to believe in Christianity. It was
Yeah.
some people don't believe God's real. Here are
Okay.
their arguments. Here are our arguments.
Sure.
But it wasn't in an environment where like a teacher at school could challenge a kid.
Yes.
Why do you believe in God? And then the kid is unprepared.
Yep.
And doesn't know what to say. It was in an environment where we were able to learn why we believe before being hit with why people don't believe.
Yes.
So we were able to be more structured.
Yes. It's like I said, there's upsides and downsides
Sure.
to it. Like, I didn't know that there were swear words like that existed until like 10.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's very it's a little hard to describe, to be honest.
No, that's fair. No, that's definitely a unique struggle. Okay. How do you think growing up without technology impacted your faith? Like coming back to the States, can you see like what are your thoughts on how we as Christians navigate technology and our faith?
Well, on technology, specifically social media, everything is either intentionally or unintentionally designed to be popular for virality.
Sure.
So It's a little different when you're on like a phone.
Yeah.
Everything is specifically curated to reach a very wide audience.
Okay.
Instead of trying to teach instead of trying to teach very specific and hard subjects.
Gotcha. It's trying to appeal to more people.
Yes.
So the depth of like the truth that like it
Yes.
offers is probably not the greatest or the deepest.
And I find a little bit of it specifically in teachings about love and about grace and about his like certain aspects of God
Yeah.
have been raised above certain other aspects of God, like his holiness and his righteousness
Yeah.
and his justice.
Sure.
There's very little talk about his righteous anger and how he is very balanced.
Okay.
And because that stuff doesn't sell.
Yeah.
It doesn't
get the views.
it's not going to draw somebody in. It's going to challenge them.
Yeah.
And when the challenge, all you have to do is defeat it, is swipe up.
Gone. Yeah.
It's not an environment where certain parts of God are going to be shared.
Yeah. So you kind of think that technology is training us, or at least conditioning us to not think critically, to not dive down deep, to not sit with an issue and wrestle with it and think through it and dive deep on it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, it offers the opportunity
Yes.
to do that, but the base level is
Yes, it
not
offers
that.
everything, but certain things are just going to come up more
yeah.
just because of the way it's
Yeah.
designed.
By default, that's not
Yes.
what it's going
And
to
it's
do.
not necessarily intentional by
Sure.
the people on social media, the people who develop social media,
Yeah.
or anything, but just that's how it is going to be, and we need to see it that way a little
Yeah,
bit.
for sure. So if you're aware of it, you can like, okay, now I know this is the default. Now, all right, I can use it appropriately. I can I can recognize when I'm like swiping through and I'm like choosing not to deal with issues rather than facing them head on and diving deep.
And having a strong in-person community
Yeah.
and not being online all the time is super beneficial.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I know that's like a little no duh, but in-person relationships within Christianity can be very powerful,
Yeah.
and somebody who is only going to get fellowship with other Christians online is definitely going to miss out on that.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys notice? I mean, thinking about that idea, like in PNG, where like it's not the case. Cell phones aren't necessarily everywhere. I mean, I know they do have cell phones, but like technology and electricity, you said, and all that, you're forced more so to be in person.
Yes.
What are some of the contrasts between like Christian fellowship in PNG and Christian fellowship in like America?
I think this actually moves into our next question. What could American
Yes.
Christians do better as to a response of what we can see in how PNG Christians do it?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to just be like, oh, you guys,
No, just
you guys
some,
are doing, yeah.
some lessons we can learn from
lessons you can learn.
from this culture. Yeah.
Community, especially.
Okay.
PNG is a slower culture to the point of if you see someone you know, you stop and talk to them. Doesn't matter if you have somewhere to be, you stop and talk to them.
Yeah.
While America is a bit more fast-paced.
Yeah.
And it emphasizes independence over and individuality over community
Yeah.
in aspects. There are
Yeah.
obviously parts of American culture that do emphasize community.
Yeah.
But as a whole, it's become very independent,
Yeah.
which you can specifically see in the way that families are centered in a lot of families just being like a lot of kids don't know their cousins
Yeah.
or their second cousins.
Kind of more
as much.
isolated.
A family can operate just being the nuclear family.
Yeah.
While in PNG, you know your brother's sister's daughter.
Yeah.
May I have the mic?
Yeah. Wait, your brother's sister's daughter. Your niece.
It would just be
Hey,
nice,
yeah.
yes. also over there, their idea of family comes more from like a tribal aspect, like a tribal viewpoint.
Yep.
So your community is your family,
Yeah.
where like we have to ask people, are they actually your relative? Because the words for relatives are the same for very close friends, or like
Interesting.
if one of my friends were to say, "Oh, that is my uncle,"
Yeah.
in Melanesian Pidgin, I would say, "Oh, is that actually your uncle, or is he just a close friend of your family?"
Okay, because it's the same word.
Yes.
Huh.
Because, and even in a couple aspects where it's not the same word,
Yeah.
they'll just use the word for the family member.
Sure. Huh. Okay.
You'll have to do a
More roundabout way of asking. They'll say, "Hey, this is my brother," and you say, this is your real brother?" And you say, "Yes," and you say, "It's your father's son," and they're like, "No." And you're
No.
like,
What are you talking
What
about?
do you mean? And they're like, "Oh, this is my father's brother's son."
Yeah.
So your cousin? Yeah, my brother. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think there's a word specifically for cousin.
No.
If there is, then they just use the American cousin.
Interesting.
Or
Okay. Yeah.
but brother is specifically.
Yeah.
It's like it's the familial ties. Like, oh, this is my brother. This
Okay.
is, which occasionally you can see sometimes here,
Yes.
especially in the
Huh.
faux aunt and uncle thing.
Yes.
Where you'd be like, "Hey, this is my Aunt Tracy, but I'm not actually
Not
related to
actually.
her.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
just Aunt Tracy."
Yeah, for sure. But that family idea.
But
There's
it's just a part of life.
Yeah.
In PNG, you're gonna have aunts and uncles you aren't related to.
Sure. Okay. Does that translate into like actual? Do you think, on general, people are like relationally closer to each other because of that aspect, or?
Yes. In PNG, it's very much you like because of the strong family ties and the strong tribal ties.
Yeah.
They take that that mindset into how they react with other Christians
Okay.
and how they treat other Christians. So
So you have this idea of family that kind of like influences how they
yes,
see everything and
when
interact with everyone.
when your family group is your survival,
Yeah.
that then you are taken into a new family, which it's something that they both struggle with and really can help Pidgin Christians
Okay.
or Papua New Guinean Christians
Yep.
is the aspect of you are now part of the family. Because
That's cool.
asking them to leave their old family is very hard.
God. Yeah.
But then once they do, they are accepted into a new family.
Yeah.
It can just get very strong bonds very quickly because of it, because of the wording, but also because they're used to such close relationships
Yeah.
where if you mess up, it is your family's job to save you.
Interesting.
Where if there is a fight, your family will be the first ones to come and help you.
Yeah. And again, we're not talking about blood family. We're talking about this is community family.
Yes, this is not just your mom and your dad and
Yeah.
your brother and your sister.
Yeah.
This is just anybody, like basically anybody that you spend time with
Yeah.
becomes your family. And that can be very strong for new Christians.
Yeah.
They can become part of the church
Yeah.
very quickly and very deeply.
That's cool. I really like that.
The way that it can most specifically be detrimental that he was talking about is because you don't necessarily have to leave your family in physical terms, but it's how do my loyalties lie now?
Sure.
If my family asks me to do something that's not, if one of my brothers or brothers in the community gets wronged by a police officer, and it doesn't necessarily have to be wronged. At one point, someone got mad because a police officer was doing his job.
Okay.
But if they're mad and they're going to go beat up the police or slash up their cars,
Yep.
they want me to go. I have an obligation because they are my family. If I don't go now, they may not back me up later.
Yeah.
what do I do? Because God says don't do that.
Interesting.
So then that is one thing they'd have to deal with specifically
Huh.
more
Okay.
in what part of my community do
Yeah.
I cling to.
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean you don't want to go get this police officer? Like, that's what we do. We're going
It's
to.
specifically called the one talk system. I mean, one talk means friend or
Okay.
person who's close to you.
Yeah.
And it could be to the point of a person who works in the government, a government worker,
Okay.
sees one of their one talks
Yeah.
stealing from the government. They're not going to say a word
'Cause
because
they're-
why would they choose the government over their people,
Huh.
over
Okay.
their group?
Yes.
So then it's still very much, while it has a central government,
Yeah.
the central government is, the ties to the familial group are still very strong and very apparent.
Okay. Yeah. So the family connections are strong, which is a great thing, but also on the other side of that, it's like, oh, then we just do whatever. If you're doing something, then I'll back you up no matter what. Kind of like
Yes.
to a toxic level.
Yes. When your money is the family's money, your land is the family's land.
Okay.
Your family is the tribe's family.
Yeah.
It can get really dicey in situations like sometimes tribes will get money together and send a child to go get educated. Then that child will return that investment
Yeah.
by being educated, which is huge in PNG. But also, they will take that education, get a job, and send money back to the tribe.
Okay. Yeah.
So when everything is so interconnected where if somebody asks you to give them money, you have to give them money pretty much. Yes.
Is that a part of your one talk?
Yes. Or if somebody does something for you,
Okay.
then you have a very strong like debt to them.
Yeah.
It can get very dicey trying to get out of that system where
Yeah.
I'm in debt to you and you're
Sure.
in debt to me,
Okay.
to the point where it's a little like if you were to help me like move or something, like
Yeah.
to put it in American terms, then if I had a cat, you could just come and take my cat. We've actually had that happen where
Really?
we had to give the woman I was talking about earlier
Yeah.
several cats because a person from their tribe just came and took the cat because they wanted it and they saw it as a clearing of a debt.
Huh.
So
They did ask her. They're like, "Hey, can I have this cat?" She was like,
Sure.
yeah,
They didn't just sneak up in the middle of the
Yeah.
night and just
But
take her.
but they
cat
know
back.
that she can't say no, really.
yes. If she were to say no, it would be breaking such a strong
Yeah.
bond in the community that you pretty much cannot survive without. So breaking off
Okay.
from that like that survival mindset
Yeah.
to now you're part of God's family. You're part
Okay.
of your community's, like the Christian family. It can be both detrimental and helpful.
Interesting. Go ahead.
You
Abby.
also have the aspect of them trying to reconcile Christianity with their own culture to the point of sometimes there could be where they say, well, we don't want to give Christianity to that group because we don't like that group. Why would we want them to live forever? Like we want, and we have to be like, we have to, because we don't want our object in PNG, not to westernize it.
Yeah.
It's to bring Christianity to their culture, not to bring their culture to
Okay.
our Western Christianity.
Sure.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The way my dad describes it, because he was like the director of the Bible college.
Okay.
My job isn't to make you into a bunch of little white Americans.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the word he
No,
used.
That's yeah.
But-
absolutely.
My job is to bring you Christ.
Yes.
And to bring you
Yeah.
this new family.
Yeah. I mean, because there are things about that culture that don't need to change. That should not change.
There's plenty of things
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
that culture where they're very empathetic.
Yeah.
They understand the people around them.
Yeah.
They're very community oriented. These are all
Yes.
things that are very helpful
Absolutely.
in
Yeah.
in Christianity. But you have to not try to override their culture, but you don't want to bring their culture into Christianity.
Sure. Yeah.
Because things like having multiple wives is against
Absolutely. Yeah.
Christianity.
Kind
or
of have to go
something.
through like a sanctification process.
Yes.
You kind of have to get rid of the things that aren't good.
And-
like, okay, this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
And to get
Sure.
back to your original question that you asked, it's discipleship.
Yeah.
Like, is something that I feel we can take very
Yeah.
like well from them.
Absolutely.
Because if you have a problem, you go ask your elder.
Yeah.
Where now you go ask your Christian elder.
Or ChatGPT.
No,
No, Abby.
no abs.
ChatGPT is the Antichrist.
No. Okay, but I'm saying, or that was a joke, but that, or you like look it up.
Yeah. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
No,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah.
what does the Bible say about
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
Instead of-
Absolutely.
And then you
Yeah.
don't necessarily get all the nuances.
And personal connection.
Yeah.
Is like if you are my mentor, you brought
Yep.
me into Christianity, you're expected to pour into me
Yeah.
so I can do so to others. They do that really well. That's something with the more individualistic part of American society
Yeah.
that we can learn from
Yeah.
the people over
'Cause,
there.
I mean, that part of their culture is a very biblical very idea
Yes.
that I am supposed to make your problems my problems.
Yes.
I am supposed to stand and help and do what it takes to help you. I'm supposed to inconvenience myself to help you grow and to help you flourish. And
It's a family.
Yes.
absolutely, yeah. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's-
They reflect we are one body very well,
yeah,
but they don't reflect the
Which
The-
body are we?
well, yeah, but also if your hand causes you to sin,
yeah,
cut off your hand.
sure,
They really struggle with that part.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's any different than
No,
than in
it's-
America.
it's not.
I mean, we all have different cultural backgrounds and different ways that we grew up, and so when we come to Christ, there are things that Christ is going to look at and say, "Hey, this is beautiful," and there are things in our lives that He's going to look at and say, "This needs to go." So I don't think that we're any different.
Well, not necessarily just in specific lives. It's parts of the church.
Yeah,
So it's like if there's a person who is very pretty obviously not doing something they should.
yeah,
Sometimes the church does react. Sometimes they do a really good job of that. Sometimes they just kind of, well, we don't really want to. If we get on them about that, they'll leave the church.
So you're talking about America or
PNG?
PNG? Okay.
Yeah.
Which I feel
Both.
we're
Well,
both. It's
yes,
Yeah.
it's
we don't want
It's-
to attack them for it because then they'll feel
okay.
like we betrayed them. They have to leave.
Because that's their one talk. That's
not
their
an
family.
attack.
Yep.
Attack's the
They don't
wrong
want to
word.
say anything. Okay.
But so then there's some times where there's people that we're just like, no, that shouldn't be. That's
Yes.
not how that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a universal principle that
That
we.
is a universal
Yes.
Oh man,
principle.
there's
Yes.
so many times in churches. I mean, just where we don't want to say anything because we're afraid we'll offend them or make them leave or chase them off, and then it's like, yeah, but we just like actual love speaks up. If someone is hurting and if someone is going the wrong way, love says something.
So there is plenty of things that we can learn, but there's also plenty of things that the American church does well.
Sure.
And I tried to do a little bit of both of that because
Yeah.
I don't want to be like the PNG church is so great. We should
Yes.
we should make it the American church.
Yeah.
That I don't want to be like that because there's plenty of things that the American culture, because of how it works, fits into Christianity pretty well.
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons
I mean,
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good mindset. I mean, it's when we're coming to Christ, Christ is everything, Christ is all. And so no matter what culture, no matter what context, no matter where we're at, Christ is the goal. And so anything that draws us away, we're getting rid of. Anything that brings us closer and points us to Him, no matter if it comes from PNG or from America, we want to bring it in. Yeah, that's really cool. All right. So I want to ask you guys a question that kind of ties into this because I mean you guys have seen it kind of firsthand.
So prepared.
But I would never just spring a question on you.
Yeah, during the break.
No,
That would never.
no, that would never happen.
He doesn't think on his feet.
I'm sorry.
But for what happens to people who have never heard about Jesus? do they go to hell? Do they go to purgatory? Do they?
As-
what do you guys
Before
think?
we do begin talking about this, as neither of us have studied this, this is our
Your perspective.
this is our perspective,
Okay.
and we may get some stuff wrong. So
I
just
know. If you say something
for
wrong,
context.
we're just gonna burn you at the stake. It's okay.
You can't take everything we say.
That's
as
one
fact
thing.
because we haven't studied it.
That's one thing PNG people do really well. They don't burn people at the stake
Hey,
at all.
Okay, good.
Don't
They-
know of.
That we know of.
There's so many cultures. No, I'm being genuine. There's so many cultures.
No, yeah.
Not live people.
Okay. So what would you guys say? What's your conclusions on that?
Well, there's many places where in PNG that you can't, that people have never been to, that like people see people with white skin and are like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like babies get scared when they see people
yeah.
with like I've made several babies cry by just being near them.
Just existing.
It's
But like my father's been places where
Mm.
they were the first like outsider expats to expatriates, I don't know,
Expats, yeah.
expats to ever go there and to preach the gospel.
yeah, sure.
So it's a very present issue,
Yeah.
but there's not a super good answer.
Like, go ahead, Abby.
that is one thing that William Carey had to deal with. I was talking about William Carey before the recording, for context.
Stop.
Stop saying for context. The church had a more predestination. Thank you. Had a more predestination ideals in that time. He was Baptist. He did come from a Baptist church.
Okay.
So that does make sense. But their whole ideology was, well, God told the apostles to go do that. And if they didn't accept the apostles, then that's kind of their fault. If
Yeah.
God wants them to become Christians, God can make them Christians.
Okay.
And that is true. But missionaries should also be a thing.
Okay.
However, but the thing that William Carey had to deal with was missionaries should exist. That's not casting shade on God's. I don't know how to articulate.
His
That's not
sovereignty.
downing God in saying he couldn't. If there are people out there who haven't been reached, they can't ever believe, because how would God reach them without missionaries?
Yes.
God can reach people without missionaries. There's one specific story I remember of a boy in, I believe, Africa. It was written so that there were no specific details,
Okay.
as missionary stories sometimes are.
Yeah.
But there was a boy in Africa who worked under his uncle, carving idols. And one day he sat there and thought, if I'm making this idol, how'd the idol make me? And he just began thinking about it more, and so he started thinking, there has to be someone out there,
Yeah.
a maker who made me.
Yeah.
How? And so he began to look, and eventually he did come across a missions place, and they taught him to read, but then they sent him back home.
Yeah.
And he was a bit more sad about that, because it wasn't just a missions place; it was more of a government area.
Gotcha.
So they had a little bit of, oh yeah, we know of God, but like that's not really what we do.
Sure.
So they taught him to read. They sent him back to his village, and when he reached his village, he didn't continue making idols. He started doing something else. But one day he was out and he came home, and the villagers told him, "Hey, a guy stopped through and he gave us this book. It's about like a maker who made us, and you can read." So then he was able to read and
That's
gain
cool.
the knowledge. And
Yeah.
so God can definitely, if people pay attention, they can find God through His creations and without other human contact.
Okay.
However, God does want us to go out and try to help people as much as we can.
Yeah.
It's the two-pronged thing of both. We can't, one without the other shouldn't be. There's not just missions. God does
Yeah.
influence people through him and them.
Yeah.
But there's not just God influencing people. We are ordered to do missions. There's no, why did he order us? He ordered us to do missions.
Yeah.
It's the Great Commission, the last command Jesus gave before going back to heaven.
Yeah.
So it's less of one or the other, and it's more of a combined effort of the two.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
mean, it would be like saying, "Oh, well, God's going to talk to them. God's going to reach them anyway, so I don't need to." I mean, it's like I know that God is going to lead you to and talk to you guys and grow you. So for me to say, "Oh, well, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to teach you about Jesus,"
But
like
what if
that
that's
doesn't make
the way
sense.
God talks to them?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, very much. And I think that's what Scripture shows in many cases. That's He speaks through us. Yeah.
There's been stories that I've heard of basically the way I can visualize it is God creating sparks in places
Yeah.
before missionaries go there,
Yes. Okay.
where they have like realized what they were doing was
Yes.
wrong and were searching for the truth.
Yeah. They feel like there's something more, maybe,
And then missionaries have gone there and then they
Yes.
have realized this is what we've been searching for.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what are your guys' opinions on like people who never have a missionary come to them, never have any contact with the outside world, and they
That is a shame. I do feel like
Even knowing God can work through people, He still wants us to reach the unreachable.
sure.
And so that's our mission. We need to
Yeah.
make sure everyone on earth has the ability to choose God. Whether it's a village stranded high in the mountains or a random island that people aren't at.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times missionaries are looked down, as we talked about earlier, because they edit the culture. But a good missionary doesn't go to edit the culture,
Yeah.
to change, to westernize them. They go to just bring the good news, to bring the truth of the world.
Yeah.
And if there are people on earth who do not know the word, that is our duty to find
Sure.
them and to tell them,
Okay.
so that they at least have, because we can't force people to
No,
believe in
absolutely
God.
not. Mm-mm.
But it, what?
I said obviously not.
Oh, we can't force people to believe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we can at least give them a chance to understand more clearly maybe what they were feeling inside their hearts.
Okay.
And what God had already been working on,
Yeah.
we can give them a community.
Yeah.
We can give them others who they can talk to and who they can help get answers from.
Okay. Go ahead, James.
The answer to your question, man, is social media. Everybody can hear about God through social media.
oh, don't know. Some people don't have phones.
That's the joke.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a very difficult question
Yeah.
that I don't think I have a perfect answer for. And
That's why I was wanting to clarify at the beginning because
Sure.
we
Yeah.
neither have specifically studied it, neither we have thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, what's your like what gives you peace about this topic, or are you still something that you're still trying to work through? Like what has been your personal conclusion that you come through that helps you has helped you work through this part of salvation?
If there is someone out there who does not know God exists, but they are truly trying to look for the truth, they will end up at God.
Okay.
They will end up, if they search for it correctly, because there are some great minds out there who have, they look in the wrong areas.
Yeah.
Either they focus too much on intelligence, or they focus
Sure.
too much on emotions, or just it's
Absolutely.
you can find them everywhere.
Yeah.
But if someone truly wants to find the truth, not what
Yeah.
satisfies them, what the truth,
Yes.
they will find God. And missionaries do not need to be present, but it is so much more helpful if they are,
Yes. Yeah.
because then God can use the missionaries to help educate the people about specifics,
Yeah.
about, oh, Jesus died,
Yeah.
and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
instead of just there's a God out there.
Yeah. No, that's good.
I know God can do anything, so I'm kind of just
Absolutely.
leaving. I'm kind
Yeah,
of
I
just
mean,
like, he's got this. He knows what he's doing. He's got this.
Yeah. I mean, that's go ahead, James.
that's one thing that's been pretty hard for me in my life is
Yeah.
that every time I think about doing anything but missions or being a pastor it just comes, the harvest is ready, but
Yes.
the harvesters are few.
Yeah.
And something that I am still working on is if I go to anything else, I don't want to feel guilty
Sure.
because I'm not doing it. And I'm trying to search for what God wants me to do.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's going to be something that I'm going to be working for a while longer, I think.
Yeah. Cause just you feel the weight of that, of the need for people to hear the gospel. Yeah.
Well, we've seen the world, so
Yeah.
how can we ignore it?
Yeah.
We know there are people out there that don't even know God exists.
Yeah.
But so how can we just sit here and be like,
Yeah.
well, I'll try to talk to my coworkers about him, which your coworkers may know, and that is not a bad thing.
No. Yeah.
But because we grew up in missions,
Yeah.
we are so aware of missions.
Yeah.
That it's-
yeah. He's giving you guys a different passion.
Different
He's
perspective as
different
well.
perspective. Yeah. Yeah. He equipped you differently, uniquely to be able to minister to.
And being a missionary is not morally superior to anything else.
Sure.
I never want to give off that.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
God calls carpenters, he
Yes.
calls office workers
Yep.
to be office workers.
Yeah.
And anything that God is calling you to is ultimately the best place you can be.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah. I think it's important to recognize that and to see, all right, this is something that God has made me passionate about. This is something He's equipped me for. So I don't want to run from it because it's hard. Because you guys have seen the difficulty of missions and all that comes with that. But you're choosing, all right, I'm gonna run into the difficulty and do what God has equipped me to do.
Part of that, what I was going to say about our perspective, when we went to Honduras,
Okay.
you, him, me, and our grandparents.
A family trip.
Family trip and van. When we went to Honduras, everyone always was talking about the dump. Oh, there's people living in the dump. When you get there, it's going to change your perspective.
Yeah.
You're going to see life in a new way. It was exactly what I thought it would be. And for a little while after that, I thought, did I not get did I not want to get it as much?
Yeah.
What's wrong with how I was feeling that I wasn't affected at all by it? It's exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And I talked to my mom about that. I asked her, I was like, is there something wrong with my mindset during that? She said, Abby, you've seen people living in a dump before.
Yes.
You've already had that perspective.
Yeah.
There are other ways that maybe people who live in America see stuff that I don't.
Yeah.
That I could be my eyes open to. But that part of the world, my eyes have already been open to.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it was
That makes
that in
sense.
itself was an eye opener of, oh, right, I see things differently than people and I've had different experiences.
Yeah.
So that is definitely.
Good.
I never end my sentences. I go, that's definitely.
Yeah, good.
It's
Okay.
hard to end sentences.
Yeah, I like something that John Lennox said. Why'd you look at him?
I don't know who John Lennox is.
John Lennox? You know who John Lennox is?
You've mentioned him
okay.
several times.
Yeah.
I know I should know who he is.
Okay, yeah.
But
No,
I
that's
don't
fine.
have his name
Could
memorized.
you tell us for context who he is?
For context.
For context.
He's a British scientist, Christian philosopher.
Now or like before?
I think he's still alive. Yeah, he's really old, but he basically was kind of saying what you guys are saying. Like, God absolutely goes to people and their culture. He meets them where they're at, and he says he believes that people are accountable for the amount of light that they have. That whatever amount of truth that they have, kind of like you're saying, if they're seeking after the truth, God is going to judge them according to the truth that was available to them and how well they sought it and what they did with it. Which is that's an interesting interesting perspective. But I think it just comes down to, like, God is going to do what is right.
Mm-hmm.
God is a just judge.
He's got this.
Yes, he is. He has absolutely got this. He is all good, all loving, all just, all fair, and so it doesn't take away from the fact that we need to go reach them, but we know that he in the end, he is going to do what is right.
yes, it's ultimately going to be him up there in the judgment seat,
Yeah.
not us.
Yeah.
And we can have hope in the fact that that judge is all loving, all
Yes.
kind, but also all just
Yeah.
and righteous
Yes. Absolutely.
and holy.
Yeah, and that, I mean, that kind of like points back to the burden that you guys are talking of. Like, he is in a way going to hold us accountable for what did you do with what I called you to. Like, for you
Yes.
guys,
The guy with the talents.
yeah,
Not talents. That's the
Talents,
talents.
yes,
that's what, but not
Yes.
like talents like money talents.
yes.
yeah,
Like,
Talents of silver.
did you talents of silver? Thank you. Did you bury it? Did you hold on to it? Did
Yeah.
you, or did you do something with it? Did you actually
yes,
did you actually attempt to spread my kingdom?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. No,
Thank you for getting us back on track.
yeah, that's okay. No worries. All right, so I want to ask you guys a completely unrelated question, just because I thought it would be interesting. Because James, you're more reserved, and Abby, you're the opposite of reserved in public. Sure.
Not know the sassiness this man has.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been on mission trips with James. I have seen some of that.
Yeah.
Yes. But I wanted to kind of get you guys' thoughts on the relationship between our faith and our emotions. So James, you're more reserved. Abby, you're more outgoing. Like, how do we navigate faith, and do we need to be like, does being on fire for the Lord, does that mean, oh, I'm emotional all the time, or I'm even keel all the time, or is there a balance? What do you guys say?
Well, I like the way you worded the question when we were talking about it before is, how do our emotions mislead us sometimes?
Yeah.
And ultimately, I don't think it should be your emotions leading you.
Okay.
I think they're very informative, but ultimately, your emotions shouldn't be the thing out in front of you. You should be in control of them.
Okay.
But like you said, being on fire for the Lord is very powerful.
Sure.
So,
What do you think being on fire for the Lord is equated with being emotional for the Lord?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've always felt that
Burning up over here.
you're on fire.
On fire.
This is how we keep it nice and orderly, Abby.
This is how we sat there.
Yes. So I feel that our emotions aren't necessarily the same as being on fire for the Lord.
Yes.
And
Do you think our culture equates it though? So should it not?
oftentimes I think it does. And we oftentimes get a little too caught up in emotional highs, emotional lows.
Yeah.
And where ultimately we should be looking, instead of to how we're feeling, we should be looking to God for how we feel.
Yes.
We have something that I've really been struck with lately is we have a source of, I don't want to say emotion, we have a source of infinite peace, of infinite love, infinite joy,
Yes.
infinite righteous anger
Yeah.
out there that we can access at any time.
Yes.
And it's not something that I've heard spoken about a lot. That we can call upon the Lord in times of great emotion
Yeah.
to guide us through it, where no matter what emotion it is, if
Yes.
you are feeling sad, if you're feeling angry,
Yeah.
but also if you are feeling joyous,
Yeah.
if you are feeling overwhelming like positivity,
Yeah.
there's still God out there, because not all positive emotion is, like, I think beneficial.
Yep.
But not that just if your positive emotion is the thing running you, it can be just as destructive as negative emotion.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
Kind of like not acknowledging reality.
yes,
The whole movie
Just like-
Inside Out is about.
Yeah. For sure. Yep.
yeah, I guess,
Yeah,
right.
that's exactly
It is,
what
yeah.
takes control. And
Uh huh.
then
Especially the second
then
one.
They can't
Yeah,
feel sad.
you
the
having
makes sense.
that and being able to draw on him, I think is important.
Yes.
And it's not going to be easy, obviously.
Sure.
And God wants us to feel things,
Yeah.
but he does not want us to get caught up in momentum.
Yeah.
He does not want us to start drawing on our emotions for our faith, for our actions, for our guidance,
Yeah.
instead of drawing upon him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because he's the one who he created emotions.
Yes.
He gave us emotions.
Yes.
So obviously he wants us to feel them. It's just how do we sin is so entangled with everything with our emotions. It just colors everything. So how do we relate to our emotions correctly in the way that he designed us to
Yes.
do that?
And that's one thing I've always tried to do is try to understand your emotions.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
Sure.
or it's not fun, but God, like you said, created emotions.
Yeah.
So he is the one that understands you better than you. And asking God, how should I be feeling?
Okay.
Instead of just to take away negative emotion,
Yeah.
to try to, like you said, it colors everything you do.
Yeah.
To try to get it where you're looking through the coloring of him instead of the
Yes.
coloring of yourself.
Yeah. That's good. Well, that's easy to come from you, James, who is nice and reserved and
Well.
in control many times.
Yeah.
So-
in control.
So, like, what's your perspective on that, Abby?
Mine is mostly the same as his.
Yeah.
We have the same emotions. We just express them differently.
Sure. Okay.
Just because he is sitting in the corner like this doesn't mean he's not happy. He just isn't showing it.
Yeah. Yeah. He expressing it in a different way.
Yeah, and like he said, the whole thing is emotions aren't supposed to lead you. The only your brain's not supposed to lead you. What you're supposed to lead you is God, and looking at everything through the lens of what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
Or through the lens of God.
Yeah.
So then and also what you're talking about the being on fire thing.
Yes.
We had a revival at my college, and I didn't go. And at first I was like, I should go. I was feeling not FOMO, but like the opposite. Like I feel guilty for not going.
Okay. Yeah.
Not fear of missing out, but guilt of missing out. Go Mo. Go more. Go Mo. That actually works. But then I thought to myself and thought with God and realized, yeah, I'm not needing that emotional spike that people usually get from revivals.
Okay.
Not throwing shade on revivals, but
Sure.
that is what happens at revivals a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point of that's the point of revival. It's like a lighter. It's reviving the revival. Yeah. Anyways,
Revive it. Oh.
You've got me in a circle now. Stop it.
Yes.
But I just needed more structure.
Okay.
I'm working on doing my devotions every day, and just honestly reading my Bible more. I'm pretty good with the emotions thing.
Okay.
It's a different aspect that I need. Emotions with God, not emotions with normal people. Christianity is not supposed to be your emotions, just like our relationship with God is not supposed to just be emotions. Our relationship with my relationship with my brother isn't supposed to be just emotions.
Yeah.
And God talks about constantly how he mirrors our relationship with others off of our relationship with him. And how, because everything that we know about being social and relating to people, we get from him.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm mad at my brother, which I have been a couple times in the past few days, coming back from college, and then your brother who's probably smarter than you, who's constantly around, that's not. What? Why are you offended at that?
Because I'm not offended. You admitted I'm smarter than you. Finally.
Yeah.
He's gonna save this clip for forever.
I know, right? But there's just some times where I'm just like actually mad at him. But that doesn't mean I stopped loving him.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
when you're feeling down, that isn't supposed to be like, okay, well, now I don't want God.
Yes.
Sometimes we do that, and that is when we feel farther away from God, and that is times where we work back toward being with Him, or where we cling to others to then they help us with our relationship with God.
Yeah.
Or that is when we have stuff that we need to work on. But ultimately, if I'm having a bad day, just put it in super simple terms. If I'm having a bad day, that doesn't mean that, now I don't like God because I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm not in the right mood to care about God right now.
Yes.
I still love God, even though I had a really bad day, and it's more like, God, please help me have a better day tomorrow. And having a good day doesn't mean that I'm necessarily like, oh yeah, God, yay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
sure,
it's
absolutely.
just emotions shouldn't be the foundation of your faith. Is that a good way to put that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, emotion shouldn't be the foundation of your faith. Neither should intellect.
Yeah. Very
Which
much so.
I think when we talk about emotions, we do neglect the fact that it's not just emotions that are that shouldn't be the main focus. It's all of it works together through God to be
Yes.
the main focus.
Yeah.
But we as humans sometimes pick it apart and point at different aspects and say, "Oh, that's how we have a good relationship with God."
Yeah.
And that's not.
Yeah.
God's just watching us like, I made you so that all of you would work together. What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah. All these things are supposed to mix together and
Our
work.
emotions can mislead us
Yeah.
because they're not supposed to be leading us. So
Yep.
if like a blind man following a blind man,
Yeah. Sure.
if I real life example, if I let a 4-year-old drive me around on a 4-wheeler, I should expect to crash because a 4-year-old is not prepared to drive me around on a 4-wheeler and know how to do tight turns. So it's understanding what emotions are
yes.
and how they are part of us,
Yeah. Absolutely.
rather than just, emotions, yay.
Yeah.
Which can be really hard for teenagers,
Sure. I mean, it's
uh,
for anyone.
for
Yeah.
anyone,
Yeah.
specifically teenagers, because
I mean, it's
hormones and
It is very at the height of emotional.
height of emotions.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
I also think that we shouldn't limit ourselves to feeling extremes.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. That's why they're called the extremes.
yes,
It's supposed
that-
to be.
yes, we're supposed to be trying to keep ourselves in the middle.
Yes.
Not necessarily right in the middle.
Sure.
But you need to find the right place.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's kind of like on the positive and negative side. So the negative side of emotions is like just because you're feeling down about yourself or about God doesn't mean that what you believe is not true. Or just because you're feeling awesome about yourself or where you're at doesn't necessarily mean that you are in a good place. So we kind of have to evaluate our emotions.
You're so much better at articulating things.
No. Yeah, this is what you guys saying. I'm just trying to summarize
That's why
kind of
we
what
didn't
you
do
guys.
podcasts. It's like he's doing podcasts. We're bouncing
No.
our ideas off him, and he's like, I understand you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think you got making some very good points there. Yeah, and and then, so that's like the negative aspect of like we have to understand our emotions and run them through the filter of Christ and run them through the filter of Scripture. Is the emotion that I'm feeling in this moment appropriate? Is it an okay expression? And then I think on the other side of embracing the emotions, like it's okay to feel that elation, that spiritual high of when you go to camp or when you're on a mission trip or when you're whatever. Like those, God designs those times for us to have those emotional highs. And then on the other hand, it's okay to feel that sadness and that anger, that to feel those and work through those. God doesn't expect us to be just at a 10 all the time or to feel nothing. Like it's okay to go into those depths. Yeah, I mean, you just think of like Jeremiah, like in Lamentations, or David, or
It's okay sometimes to be a Genesis. Where you're
yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely. That's I just thought about that. Yeah,
We can learn just as much from anger and sadness
Yes.
as we can like elation and joy.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, God has designed us with the capacity and the ability to navigate those in ways that help us and grow us and make us stronger.
Yes, you should always be trying to learn about. Like, I think the crux of what I try to do is try to learn about myself, try to learn about God through my emotions, but try to keep it objective and not trying to filter it through what's happening to me. Try to filter it through God, like you said.
No, that's good. Abby, you want that? You want the final word?
Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you,
And this was really fun.
This is so stressful.
No, you guys did good. So I appreciate you sharing your thoughts. I just really want more people to hear from the younger generation, because I think you guys have just amazing insights and just different experiences that we can all learn from. And God is working in you just as much as He's working in the older generation.
Well, and also different perspectives.
Yeah, it is. Very much so. Yeah, the things that we can learn from you and you can learn from us. And I think we just need more conversations like this. And so I appreciate you guys for participating in that.